Divorce happens. In fact, it happens to almost 50% of first marriages. So let's talk about it. Welcome to Divorce Happens, a podcast to educate, inspire, support, and yes, make you laugh through divorce and beyond so that you can start fresh on the next phase of your journey. Remember, divorce happens, and then we start fresh.
You get divorced. You get divorced.
Getting divorced?
I'm getting a divorce.
You're getting a divorce.
Because she's getting a divorce.
So what if I get divorced?
Hey, it's Olivia. Welcome back to Divorce Happens. Today's letter is one I get some version of constantly, so I wanted to talk about it on a full episode. Here's what it says. Hey, Olivia, my ex and I are separating, and there was some infidelity involved, plus some genuinely strange, shady stuff on top of it. I have so much I want to say out loud. I keep thinking about posting some of it, not to blast anyone, just to connect with people going through the same thing. But I don't actually know what's safe to share while we're still in the middle of the divorce process. We have 3 kids under 10. None of them are on social media yet, but obviously all their friends' parents are, and I don't want to mess anything up legally or for my kids without realizing it. Okay, great question. First of all, of course you want to talk about this. When something painful happens, especially with betrayal mixed in, silence can feel unbearable. Talking is how we process. It's not dramatic. It's not oversharing. It's a nervous system trying to make sense of chaos out loud instead of carrying it alone. There is nothing wrong with wanting witnesses to what you're living through. But I want to offer you a distinction that has saved a lot of women I've talked to a lot of regret. There's a difference between processing and broadcasting. Processing is for you. It's venting, it's making sense of things, it's being met and understood. Broadcasting is public. It's permanent. And the second you hit post, it's out of your hands. Both needs are real. They just call for different rooms, especially with an active divorce and kids in the picture. Here's a general rule I want you to actually hold on to. Assume that anything you post publicly on social media could end up printed out and sitting on a table in mediation, or read out loud in a courtroom. I want to be really clear. This is obviously not legal advice. Laws vary by where you live, and this is exactly the kind of specific question worth a quick call with your attorney. But social media posts have absolutely been used as evidence in custody and divorce proceedings. It's just not worth finding that out the hard way. And then there's your kids. I know they're not on social media themselves right now, but their friends' parents are, which means whatever you post is already circulating through their world secondhand, whether you intended that or not. And someday, sooner than you think, your kids will be old enough to search their own names, their dad's name, your name, this exact chapter of your life. You get to decide right now what version of this story is sitting there waiting for them when they do. So let's talk about what's actually safe to share. Generally speaking, sharing your own feelings and your own growth tends to be safer territory. Something like, "This has been the hardest year of my life and I'm still standing," tells your story honestly without handing anyone ammunition. You're allowed to talk about your pain publicly. You're just the narrator of your own experience here, not a prosecutor building a public case against someone else. What I would hold back, at least for now, specific incidents, anything that could function as evidence, details that clearly identify your ex to your shared circle, and anything written from the hottest, angriest part of you. Because that stuff has a way of resurfacing years later in ways you really don't want it to. The internet does not forget. Neither does a custody evaluator, honestly. If you need somewhere to say the full, unfiltered, messy version, and you do need that somewhere, I promise, that's exactly what trusted friends, a therapist, a private community is for. You get to be completely honest there without it becoming a permanent public record with your kids' names attached to it. And if you're not sure what's safe to share given your specific situation, this is exactly the kind of thing a divorce coach can help you think through before you post, not after. There's a version of this where you get to feel fully heard and protect your kids and your case. You don't have to choose one or the other. You're not wrong for wanting to talk about this. You just deserve the right room for it. Okay, that's it for me today. Just remember, you are so much further along than you think. I'll see you next time. Divorce Happens is produced by Fresh Starts Registry, the only divorce registry platform for everything you need to begin again, including home items, hype team, and everything in between. Remember, divorce happens, and then we start fresh. We're here to support you before, during, and after divorce. Head to freshstartsregistry.com for more info.